Peoples in every time and place have considered this question. A few have left records of their thoughts that have survived to this day. Let's review the oldest of humanity's answers to this ageless question. Ancient Egyptians. Perhaps the oldest of these records are the pyramid texts, inscribed in the tombs of ancient Egyptian kings some 4,400 years ago. According to these texts, after death, one's life is judged in a trial by Osiris and 42 judges in the Hall of Two Truths. During this trial one's heart is weighed against a feather of truth. If one led a virtuous life, their heart will be found lighter than the feather of truth and their soul is free to pass to the field of reeds where it will live forever in paradise. If the heart is heavier, it is eaten by the demoness Amit, making the soul forever restless. In the view of ancient Egyptians, the meaning of life is to live a life worthy of passing to the eternal joy of paradise. This requires a life of truth, justice, and harmony, avoiding chaos, violence, and evil. Ancient Sumerians. Sumer was the first human civilization. It is also the first to develop written language. Humankind's oldest surviving work of literature is the Epic of Gilgamesh, written in Sumerian cuneiform 4,100 years ago. The story centers on the life of Gilgamesh, the king of Uruk. This epic offers an answer to the question of the meaning of life. Quote, "When the gods created man they allotted to him death, but life they retained in their own keeping. As for you, Gilgamesh, fill your belly with good things, day and night and day, dance and be merry, feast and rejoice. Let your clothes be fresh, bathe yourself in water, cherish the little child that holds your hand, and make your wife happy in your embrace, for this too is the lot of man." End quote. Sideri in Epic of Gilgamesh, 2100 BC. In summary, life is short, so live it to the fullest. We find this advice echoed almost verbatim in the Old Testament book of Ecclesiastes. Quote, "Go, eat your food with gladness, and drink your wine with a joyful heart, for God has already approved what you do. Always be clothed in white, and always anoint your head with oil. Enjoy life with your wife, whom you love, all the days of this meaningless life that God has given you under the sun, all your meaningless days. For this is your lot in life, and in your toilsome labor under the sun." End quote. Book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 9 verses 7 to 9, 450 to 200 BC. Ancient Persians. The first monotheistic religion originated in ancient Persia 3,000 years ago. It is called Zoroastrianism, and it's still practiced to this day. Zoroastrianism was the official religion of the First Persian Empire. By the fraction of people living in it, the Persian Empire was the largest in human history, containing 30 to 50% of the world's population. It had a significant influence on civilizations and religions that followed. According to Zoroastrianism, each person participates in the battle between Asher, good, truth, order, and Druj, evil, falsehood, decay. One's urvan, or soul, is sent to the material world to collect experiences, which are considered useful in the battle between good and evil.